Hey, Shawnee from SpeedCubeReview.com. I've got some questions from Instagram. Let's get to this. All-time favorite cube and the cube you got your PB in. I don't know what cube I got my PB in, and I don't really have an all-time favorite 3x3. One I tend to pick up a lot is the Keelan version 2, just because it feels really nice and stable and different than other ones that I have, but that's, just very subjective for that very one moment in time. Sodabots asks, what is the most useless WCA rule? I don't know, they're all pretty useful. I think the logo thing for blind might actually go away, meaning that you'll allow to have logos in the future. I understand the idea that you don't want to be able to feel where the center is, but I can't think of anyone who solves blind who would use that unless you are, drop the cube and pick it up. That would be kind of a helpful hint there. But that's one of those things, makes it so there's no gray area on stickers, so, it might just stay forever. William Turton asks, have you found yourself using a cube more than others? Yeah, I find myself using whatever the newest one is just because I get it and then I use it all the time. So recently it's been the GAN 356X with the IPG version 5 core. I find that one I've been using a lot more than others, but I also do use the mini Mofang Jiaoshi 50mm one almost all the time because it's easy to carry around. Nak Ho asks, did you design a cube? If not, do you want or do you have any idea interesting for a cube? Not really. I don't have that sort of engineering skill to design one, and I can't think of what would be a good next step in cubes. I think a few years ago I had a bunch of ideas and they've actually been implementing them, but I'm not going to claim that I thought of it first because I'm sure other people have. Mick5 Tufts Official, or McStuffs with a 5, if you had to choose one cube from your collection to keep for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a question that I actually have been having trouble answering because I'd like maybe a 4x4 because you can solve it like a 3x3 or a 2x2, but then again, I would like to be able to still speed solve things with a 3x3. Probably do pick a 4x4, and the GTS has been very fun to use lately. Milan Marinkovic 26 asks, do you like gear puzzles? No, I've got no gear puzzles. I've used some before, and they just do not interest me at all. Mihail Stoicscu. Do you like metal music, and what do you average on Squan? It's fine. I have no specific artist that I prefer, and I have no idea what I average on Squan because I very rarely use it, and to the point where I don't even remember how to solve it anymore. Davza123 asks, for the past 2 years, what do you think is the best cube to come out? 2x2, 3x3, 4x4? So I'm guessing best of each. Well, you know my general answer, there is no best, but if I think that something that's most interesting or revolutionary, for 2x2, honestly, there hasn't been a big change with that. I have a ton of 2x2s. Are they in the frame? Yeah, they're in the frame. And there's ones that have fallen back, so I have things behind there as well that fell back and just haven't gotten. And honestly, they're all almost identical. The pieces are slightly different shapes because often they're based on 3x3s, but they're pretty much the same. So I think there's been nothing big with 2x2 that has changed. Some people like the Valk 3 feel, some people like the Wuxia, some people prefer the GAN 2x2. For 3x3, the big change has been on people being able to easily customize it. So things like springs, you used to be able to get different springs. The GAN 357 years ago, you could get different springs for. I think there was like 4 different sets even for that. And people got it, but not many people like to spend the time changing it. So with the GTS 3 and the GAN 356, I think it was the Air was the first one that had the different clear GES. I can't remember which one was the first one. That's kind of the big revolutionary thing. And I would say that would be the big thing that has been revolutionary in those two specifically, is that it's easy to change the springs. 4x4, again, there hasn't been a huge change. Everything's just getting a little more easy to have it be flexible and stable at the same time. So something like the GTS was really good with that, but the Wuxia was also really good with that. Other than that, everything's just been slow, small increments. There hasn't been anything really big that has completely changed the market. Well, people are starting to do yard work outside because it's a nice day out, so I should probably cut this now before it gets way too loud in here. I need sound panels. So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to my Instagram account because I'll probably use that for more questions in the future. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this, and as always, stop by speedcubeview.com for more news and reviews.